Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man and it's time to make some soap for the street ministry. You see the crock pot, you know what we're doing. We're making hot process. This will just be a quickie bringing you through the various stages. I am doing two colors. I'm going to lighten the entire batch up with titanium dioxide, which I have mixed in the lye water. And then I'm going to do half purple vibrance from Nurture Soap. And I'll show you how I do that at the end. I'm going to fragrance this with black raspberries and spiced pear. Smells fantastic. I buy it from Wholesale Supplies Plus. It smells out of this world. It sticks like glue in your soap, but it behaves very, very badly. So with hot process, it's not an issue. With hot process, I don't worry about temperatures either. My lye and my oils are both probably in the neighborhood of 180 to 190 degrees. Doesn't matter. So let me get this very hot lye water with the titanium dioxide poured into this very hot oil, and we'll get this emulsified. And I like for my hot process to be very, very well emulsified because it is going to start to cook. It's going to separate. This just kind of has everything ready for that. So here we go. So I'm going to do this quite a good bit longer, but I won't bore you with it. I'll bring you back when we're at our first stage. No need to do anything just yet, but look here. This is our first sign that we're starting to cook, and you probably can't see it, but there's oil on the top. Cold process does separate. That's the first stage of it. It's supposed to. See you in just a minute. Okay, we're cooking nicely. We are at the applesauce stage. There's a big oil slick in the center where it separates like it's supposed to, and it's starting to climb, but this is the first stage of hot process. It looks like applesauce. It has the texture. Of course, since this is so white, it looks a little more like cottage cheese, but that's exactly what it's supposed to look like, so just give it a stir to kind of keep the heat evenly distributed. That's it for now. That's all I have to do. So I'll see you at the next stage. Okay, we have mashed potato stage. And it's climbing, climbing, climbing. This is why I never, ever leave hot process unattended. Because this just happened like just almost instantly. I've been watching it and stirring in the applesauce. And I got to mashed potatoes in no time. And it really climbs in mashed potato stage. I have a towel sitting over here and some hot pads in case I have to yank it out of the crock and let it cool. But I'm going to go ahead and pull the plug because I think the residual heat will finish cooking it. I saw something floating in there, and this is the little, what I've been putting my spatula on. Picked it up, I didn't see that. So anyway, this is mashed potato stage. And this will very, very soon get glossy and shiny, and it will be soap. We're almost there. See my lid where it started, got all over the lid? Never, ever leave it unattended. For that reason alone, it will climb, it will make a mess. All right, it's calmed down, it's stopped climbing, it's glossy and shiny. It's soap. So what I do next is put in sodium lactate. This is completely optional, but it does help keep it fluid longer. Once again, you don't have to, but I always do because it just makes it more workable. And if I'm going to do some colors, layers, what have you, it just makes it a lot easier because it stays fluid for longer. So I put in 4 tablespoons of sodium lactate in this and just give it a good stir. Mix it in. See the heat coming off. It's very, very hot, so it's going to have to sit for quite some time before I dare try to fragrance it. So that's all I have for now. I'm going to sit here and watch a movie and wait for this to cool down. But we have soap, folks. See you in just a minute. I'm still waiting for this to cool before I can do anything with it, but I just wanted to show you this. Look how smooth this is. Look how fluid this hot process soap is. Just look at that. Just, oh, it looks so good. It looks like a rich, creamy dessert. Anyway, it's going to be a while before I can do anything with it, but look how fluid that is. I just keep stirring it every so often to distribute the heat and let the heat dissipate so it'll get down to a more workable temperature. See you in a bit. Okay, so I have gone ahead and split this into two for the two colors. I am fairly comfortable with the temperature right now. It's about 165, and that will do. This is a really durable fragrance. So I have the fragrance poured out. Look at the color of it. But oh, this stuff smells so good, but it behaves so abominably in cold process. It's workable, but it is hard to work with. So what we're going to do is, this is going to be the purple right here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is fragrance the white, get it stirred in. So just going to pour about half of that in there. And it takes quite a good bit of stirring to get this stirred in, get your soap to accept it. And I need my goggles on because I do not want that to splash in my eye. I learned my lesson the hard way once. So let me just give this a good stir and get that in there. So this is my hot process recipe, and it's listed below. You're welcome to use it. I don't super fat at the end. I just go ahead and work the super fat into the recipe just like cold process. So if you haven't seen me, how am I going to color this, you may wonder. Well, let me show you how I'm going to color this. If I don't super fat it, I just put the mica right into the fragrance oil. And spoon. I just had it. Aha. Right. So I'm going to start with a full 2 teaspoons because this has a lot of white in it. So put my purple vibrance in there and take my trusty little mini mixer and mix it up. And this is how I color hot process. So we'll just pour that right into there. Give this a good stir, and this also will take a good bit of stirring, especially because this is a smaller container. It's starting to harden up. Well, not harden. It's getting thicker now because it's cooling down. Of course, this crock was cold when the soap went in, so it is cooling down quite a good bit more. But just keep stirring and it will stir in eventually. Give this a stir to keep it going. And see how it's absorbing it, coming together. And now we're ready to mold. And there's not going to be any rhyme or reason because I'm going to attempt to get a hanger swirl in this to mix everything in. So just kind of randomly plop the colors. And try to get the, white on the purple on the white. And I can tell I do have more white, which is fine. I didn't really measure, I just kind of eyeballed. Let me give this a tap tap on the floor. Shoot. Another tap tap. Another tap on the floor. Okay. Then I will take the hanger. I think it's still fluid enough. Oh yeah. Just kind of clean everything up. And the rustic top is just fine with me. And that's it. So I will just let that sit tonight and harden. It's soap. It can be used right now once it hardens up enough. But I'll just let that sit tonight and harden up, and I'll cut it tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Okay, it's time to cut our hot process soap, and I'm really pleased with what I have so far. I like the rugged top you get on hot process, and everything's nice and smooth and nice distinct colors. So let's see how the inside swirled. Oh yeah, nice marbled look. Very nice. Very nice. So let's see what the bars look like. Yeah, I really like that. Let's cut some from this other bar to see what they look like. Okay, that's the end piece. Not a whole lot in that one. Oh yeah. So that's what I have. I'll finish these up and get you a picture uploaded. But I am super happy with this one. One of the better hot processes I've done in a long time. And that fragrance oil smells fantastic. And even though it behaves badly in cold process, it's not an issue with hot process. One of the many benefits of hot process soap. And even though technically these are safe to use right now, they'll still sit for 3 weeks before they're given out. So they'll go through a fairly normal cure time just to let some of the water evaporate. So I will see you next weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe, take good care, and be blessed. Bye, everybody.